Hey guys, welcome back to Anime What If, and this is part 2 of What If Deku had a video game Quirk, the remake. So, one thing before we begin, um, after this I am planning on making the high school DxD one, so don't worry, that's coming soon. So, without any more things to say, let's begin the episode now, shall we? So, Izuku and Bakugo walk into class, and they see the same blue-haired boy, um, talking with a brown brunette girl. And Bakugo recognizes the blue-haired boy. And Bakugo's like, "Hey, Four Eyes!" The blue-haired boy turns around and says, "Oh, it's you two." I sincerely apologize for my behavior during the during the written exams. I hope you accept my apology. Izuku's like, "That's alright." Bakugo's like, "No, fuck off, Four Eyes." The brown brunette is, then, chimes in and is like, "Oh, you're that green-haired boy that destroyed the zero-pointer." And he's like, "Oh, yeah." Bakugo says, "Shut it, round face," and walks to a random seat. Izuku sits next to Bakugo, and Uraraka sits next to him. And they start talking for a little bit, and then Izuku notices the door that opens quietly, and that the homeroom teacher has arrived. And so, then Izuku says, "Alright, everybody, quiet down, the homeroom teacher's here." And most of them, they start laughing at him and saying that he's an idiot. How is the teacher here if the door's closed and nobody heard anything? And Bakugo yells, "Shut up! Shut up! All of you clearly don't know Zuko here. His senses are at least 50 times better than all of yours. He's right. Here, look." Bakugo walks to the podium, desk, in front of... Bakugo walks to the desk, goes behind it, and, pulls up Mr. Aizawa. No, pulls up, a person in a, yellow sleeping bag. And they're all shocked, right? And they're like, "Is that really our homeroom teacher?" And then Aizawa's like, "Yes, class. My name is Shoto Aizawa. No, Shota. My name is Shota Aizawa. And I'll be your homeroom teacher this year. I'll be your homeroom teacher for the year." No. Izuku. Izuku. And then Aizawa turns to Izuku and is like, "You have sharp senses, first place. I'm intrigued." Some whisper stuff like, "He's interested? Are you sure he's our homeroom teacher? We should call the principal." And I was like, "I assure you, class, that I'm your homeroom teacher for the year." Aizawa presses a button, and... No, actually, no, Aizawa doesn't press... Aizawa, pulls up, two stacks of, gym clothes, and, like, "Take one of these gym clothes and head to the changing room, and then meet me at a training ground, at the training grounds behind the school." They're all like, "Okay," and in the, uh, the changing room, right? All the boys are talking, right? And Midori takes off his shirt, and all the boys are like, "Whoa, how'd you get so ripped, man?" And some of them are jealous, and Midori's like, "Damn, I'm sure you gotta get a lot of ladies because of that." Right? Actually, no, hold on, scratch that. Sorry, Mineta is going to be in the hero course, just not in 1A. He'll be in 1B with Hagakure. I would say, Monoma and Shiozaki will be in 1A, actually. Yeah. So, but Kaminari's like, I'm sure you get a lot of ladies with that bod. And Izuku's like, yeah. And then, as Izuku's walking, Monoma bumps into Izuku and says, "Oh, sorry." And as Izuku pulls off the wall, the paper sticks next to him, and he sees a hole. And Izuku says out loud, what is this?" They all turn to him, right? And Izuku then rips off the wallpaper, and he sees a hole in where the girls is. In the wall, and next to the wall is the, girls' changing room, right? So Izuku leans against the wall where right where the hole is, and says, "Somebody, call the principal or sensei or something. Tell them there's a hole in the wall that leads to the girls' bathroom." "Oh yeah, and Jiro, I know you're listening to me. If you could, use your jacks to cover it up, to fill it in for now." Jiro's surprised by this, and she does as she says, and she accidentally hits him, and Izuku loses, two HP, and he's like, you hit me, nice. Yeah, whatever. So, this, Monoma and Kirishima's like, both volunteer to go, so they go get the principal Nezu, right, and they send Midnight in the girls' changing room to get them out, and then they, fix the hole, and, Nezu is like, "Thank you, Izuku, for notifying us about this. We'll figure out the culprit right away." And they leave. Well, and everyone but Nezu leaves, and Nezu's like, "I'm going to tell you, knowing your homeroom teacher, he'll probably, have started class without you guys, so I'm here to inform him of the situation." So the rest of the class, so about 7 people stayed behind. 13 are already there. So the 7 students being, actually not 7. There's 9 students. Hold on. Let's see. There's a total of. So there's 6 girls. The 6 girls of the class, right? Because there's Ruzu, Hagakure, Mina, Jiro, Uraraka. Yeah, and then there's also Shiozaki. So that's 6, and there's Monoma, Kirishima, and Izuku. So 9 of them go with Nezu, right? And Aizawa's like, "Give me one reason why I shouldn't expel all of you." Wait, actually no, Aizawa's like, You're all expelled." Right? And a couple of them are shocked at first, and then Nezu comes in and says, "Then I hereby reinstate you guys as students of the hero course." And Aizawa's like, "Nezu, why'd you do that? Huh?" "Well, you see, Aizawa, the Izuku Midoriya here found a hole in the wall that separates the boys' and girls' locker rooms. So they simply called me, and we got it fixed." I think it's good enough to, I think it's okay to let them off this time. Right? So, during this time, the remaining 11 students are already, on their last test, right? And Izuku is like, and Aizawa was like, alright, you 9. Nezu leaves, and Aizawa was like, alright, you 9. You got lucky this time. But next time, don't expect it to go as smoothly. So, you guys are going to do a series of 8 tests. Oh yeah. And if any of you score last place, which include, out of the 20, you 9 as well as the other 11, you get expelled. Everyone except for Izuku, Monoma, and Yaruzu are shook by this. And a couple of them are saying, hey, that's not fair. And as I was like, life is unfair. Shut it. Now, I'll show you to the first one. And eventually they finish, and eventually they get to the last one, the ball. Aizawa did it differently to confuse the students. Because he explained to them what they were doing in the order that the first 11 students are doing it, but they did it in a different order. So the last one's the ball throw, right? And Aizawa was like, here, Izuku Midoriya, you scored first place. Let's see what you're made of. So Izuku throws the ball, and he gains, it says, 3.7 kilometers. Impressive. One moment, please. Alright. Sorry, I something came up and then I drank water, so... Where was I? Oh yeah. As I was just, 4.8 kilometers. Impressive. And so the placements are done, right? Because the other 11 is finished at this point, so they're kind of just waiting. And, they see that, Koda got last place. And Koda's just goes, oh. Koda just puts his head down and walks away. Starts to walk away, and Aizawa says, I lied. None of you... No, Aizawa says, Koda, you're not expelled at all. Koda looks around, and they're all like, what? Did you just lie to us? And, Yaruzu and Monoma both said, he clearly lied. Just to get us motivated to give it our all. And they're all like, what? And Izuku's like, no, you're wrong. He was actually going to expel the person in last place. He just saw potential in all of us. So he allowed us all to stay. And as I was like, Izuku Midoriya is correct. Yaruzu and Monoma. Your line of thinking wasn't completely out of the question. It wasn't based off of the information you had. It was entirely possible that I could have just lied. But no, I didn't lie. I just seen potential in all of you. That's all for today, class. You can go home now. So, Izuku, Bakugo head home, right? And Izuku, Bakugo reaches an underpass, right? And a notification pops up that says, danger. No, not danger. Actually, no, wait, no. No, I already did that. It's, they walk home and, it says, they get into, they're in an area, and like, no, as Bakugo as they get to Bakugo's house, right? They play video games for a couple hours, and Izuku's like, "All right, Kanchan, I'm gonna go out and do some shopping, and then do some dungeon hunting." Bakugo says, "Alright, Izuku, bye." And then Izuku leaves. So hold on, I am going to check real quick. I forgot what level Izuku is at this point. So I'm gonna go check on that real quick. I'll be back in a couple minutes or so. Alright, so Izuku's level at this point is level 222. And so Izuku presses onto his mini-map and goes to the full map, and at this point his mini-map is he can see with just his mini-map everything in a 5-kilometer radius. No, not a 5-kilometer, I'll say a 3.5-kilometer radius. And you can see everything in a 35-kilometer radius when he's... No, not a 35, a 40-kilometer radius. When he's in his full map mode. So Izuku sees a level 300 dungeon. So he... and he walks over, as he walks over to it, he goes into shops, and due to the nature of his quirks, he can buy everything. He can buy more stuff than what are in the shops. If he goes into, let's say, a supermarket, he can buy food and drinks and stuff, and if he goes to a clothing shop, he can buy armor. And if he goes to a gun shop, he can buy guns. If he goes to a knife shop or something, he can buy daggers and knives or something like that. So Izuku, after he finishes his shopping, gets to the level 300 dungeon, and because level 300 for him is real pretty high. So Izuku walks in, right, and it says, "Would you like to enter the level 300 dungeon?" Izuku taps yes, right? So the door opens, right, and he sees human-like monsters. So he's like so he attacked. They're all at like level 120. No, they're all like level 80. So they go and attack. I'll go and attack him, and after a couple minutes, Izuku kills them all, right? And he sees that it's filled with rooms and corridors, so he kills all the mobs first. And then he gathers all the loot, and... Ooh, sorry about that. And so he keeps killing monsters and gathering loot. And this level 300 dungeon, it's like level 10. I mean, level 10 dungeons and below have like 1 4, level 20s or 2 4s, 30s or 3 4s. So this has 30 4s, I'll say, because it's level 300. So this as Izuku reaches the 25th floor, the traps become more and more common, and enemies get stronger at this point, because they are gradually getting stronger, but the difference between 24 and 25 is like the difference between a shotgun and a rocket launcher. No, actually, no, not a shotgun. It'd be like the difference between I'd say a difference between a shotgun and a rocket launcher. So So, is Izuku, they go, Izuku eventually gets to the last floor, right? And it's the boss room, and he sees a large knight named, what should I name it? Not a knight, it's the, vampire princess, right? Because they're all they're facing vampires, actually, yeah. So, the two, vampire wards, there are two vampire wards in the vampire princess, right? And the vampire princess can actually speak human languages, and so she's like, "So, human, impressive you've got here, but this is where you'll die." So Izuku fights for an hour and eventually kills one ward, and as he fights the other, the princess comes in and joins in. And after a few more hours, Izuku kills the so Izuku kills the final ward. Sorry again. I'm recording this in, at nighttime, and my family's in the home, so yeah, I could get interrupted a lot. So, Izuku, he goes after the, this, one moment. So Izuku then faces the vampire princess, right? And she's like, "Impressive! I might make you a lord myself, human, once I defeat you." Right? And Izuku drinks a bunch of potions, and it's at this point it's a 25-1 difference, so 25 hours in this dungeon is like 1 hour in the real world. So Izuku spends like what's equivalent to about 17 hours in dungeon time, and eventually defeats the vampire princess. And as he's about to stab it in the heart, she says, "Wait, I'll serve under you, just don't kill me." And Izuku just says bullshit and is about to stab her, and then a pop-up appears, and Izuku barely scratches the vampire's heart. It's a small. It's not. It's the heart is damaged, but not completely destroyed. There's only like a small piece of it, and it says the vampire screams in intense pain. And the heart can regenerate. It's just that when the heart's regeneration, nothing else can be regenerated, and it's like 10 times slower too. So Izuku is reads it and says, "Would you like to accept the vampire princess as your servant? Rewards for accepting it. You get the vampire princess as your sidekick, plus 1,500% on all stats, plus 350% increase on all skills, and yeah, you get to you also have leverage for when you meet the rest of the vampire royal family." So Izuku thinks about it for a couple minutes, right? And Izuku then turns to the vampire and says, "Oh, I'll accept this under one condition." And the vampire's like, "What? What is it?" "You must do everything I say, regardless of how much you hate it." And the vampire's like, yes, of course." And Izuku, and then then the pop-up changes, and it says, "Would you like to accept the vampire princess, Natalie, under as your servant? But but under the condition that she does everything you say, no matter if whether she likes it or not." Izuku presses accept, and she accepts. A weird green and red glowing thing appears. A green glowing thing appears from Izuku, and a red glowing thing appears from the vampire, and then they merge, and it says, the vampire princess, Natalie, is now your servant. You may use her as you want. However, you must feed her human blood to keep her sane. If her total amount of blood volume goes below 5%, she will enter a hibernation stage, naturally. You can force this not to happen, of course. However, if it reaches 0, she will go insane and attack anybody that's not you, regardless if you want her to or not. And a second bar appears. It says, it appears next to that Izuku's name and health bond. It has a new word appears above Izuku's name, and it says players with a line under it, and the 2 dots next to the players, and it says Izuku, and it says it's the same thing next to it, except it says servants this time. And it says, for the players, it says Izuku Midoriya, HP around 70,000, maximum HP 70,000, current HP 32,861, and it says vampire princess Natalie, maximum HP 60. Let's see, 58,500. Current HP 1,200 and current HP 300. Let's say current HP is 121. Blood volume 3.5%. Hibernation mode is currently forcefully turned off due to her extremely low HP. You can heal her using blood or health potions. So Izuku buys a bunch of health potions and pours it onto her. Izuku so Izuku, as he pours it onto her, it starts to heal, right? But it focuses on the heart first, and when it's healed, it heals the rest, right? And it says, new item unlocked. It says, new mission unlocked. Get blood bags. Get blood. Feed your vampire human blood. So Izuku's like, very well then. So Izuku and the vampire leave, right? And everybody can see her, but since Quirk exists, they think nothing of it, right? And the vampire's amazed about the world, and Izuku tells her about it. And it says, warning, vampire blood volume is at 1%. Time to insanity, 15 minutes. And Izuku's like, God damn it. Alright, drink my blood. She's like, are you sure? And Izuku's like, yeah, that's an order. And the vampire drinks. Due to the nature of her being her servant, she drinks her blood. And his HP goes down, right? And um, she drinks faster than he can regenerate. Right? And as your total blood volume reaches 46.8%, around 47%. Izuku's HP is cut by nearly a third, so he says, "Alright, that's enough. I think you have had enough blood now." So she pulls her fangs out and is like, "Yeah, alright." And it says, new skill acquired. And Izuku's like, "Oh, what's the new skill?" So he says, "Skill screen." And he presses on, feeding. Hold on, one moment. A new skill, he presses on the new skill called Vampire Food. It says, "You have acquired a new skill called Vampire Food. When a regular vampire drinks your blood, your HP, the amount of your HP decreases by 2.5%. So think of it this way, right? Let's say if you had 1,000 HP, right? If a vampire, let's say a vampire were to drink, takes away 100 HP per second for, drinking. No, let's say, vampire takes away, 1,000 HP every second they drink blood, right? Instead of it taking 1,000 HP away, it'd only be taking 975 HP. And it says it's when any vampire servants drink your blood, the resistance goes down by the amount your HP decreases by 10%. So then again, using the 1,000 HP per second instead of 1,000 HP per second, it'd be 900 HP per second. That's a visualization of how it would work. Of course, it isn't like that. Vampires don't take that much per second, but yeah, I'll say that's how it'll work. So, and it says, new quest acquired. No, not new quest acquired yet. It says level 1. As vampires drink more of your blood, your level, or your level will increase. And so then a new then a pop-up appears saying, "New quest has appeared." It says, "Obtain blood bag recipe." Obtaining this recipe will allow you to craft a blood bag. And it is part 1 of 2. So Izuku goes out for a couple, I'll say 20 minutes gathering the stuff. He crafts it, and then it says, "Congratulations, you have completed 1 of 2 parts of the quest. You now have the ability to craft blood bags, right?" And so it says then, part 2 of 2 of the quest. Register her as your servant as a new person. And you will and have her Quirk as identified as vampire. Reward: the ability to buy blood bags in the shop. The ability to go more places throughout with your servant. Increases relationship with servant. You'll be able to do more things with your servant. And so Izuku Izuku then, is like, alright, let's do this. So they go to the immigration office, right? And, after 8 hours, they get her, Natalie, her, paperwork and stuff, and so she's not a citizen of Japan. And, they say that she was, he found her, and took care of her and stuff like that, and so then the next day they go to, it's at this point it's nighttime, and so Izuku explains the situation to his mom, and she's like, oh, okay then. He doesn't, he explains that she's like a passive passive servant, and he doesn't explain how. He explains that he got her from doing a quest, and doesn't really explain what the quest was. So Iko thinks it's a nice quest, and she welcomes Natalie with open arms. And the next day, due to the fact that the the government controls the immigration office, knows about Izuku, right? And so Nezu, during class, after class, right, during science class, Nezu goes in the intercom and says, no, during lunchtime, Nezu goes on the intercom and says, Izuku Midoriya, please come to my office. No, oh wait, Izuku's like, gotta go. Yurika's like, bye. He does like, bye. Because they already introduced themselves and whatnot. So, Izuku gets there. And is like, what do you need? And knocks on the doors. Nezu says, come in. Please, Izuku Midoriya, close the door. As Izuku closes the door, Nezu's like, so, who's the person you came in and registered for Japan for? And Nezu just says, Natalie. And Nezu's like, how'd you find her? So Izuku tells Nezu the truth. Nezu's like, are you sure this will cause no harm to anyone? Izuku's like, yeah. If she does, she'll die a horrible death. Nezu's like, very well then. If she passes the test, we'll allow her into UA's hero course as well. Of course, we'll have some of the other students do so, and all 40 UA hero course students, all 4 first-year hero course students do a test and fail, and whoever gets in last place will be downgraded to business class. Or they can leave if they so want to. But, that is, of course, if your servant passes any of them. And Izuku says, alright, Nezu, but keep the fact that she's a nice servant under wraps. I'll tell Kacha and myself, since he knows about my quirk. Let's just tell her that we're dating or something, okay? Nezu says, very well then. So they leave, and during the hero class, Nezu walks in and says, alright, class, I am not your hero teacher, but for this hero class, we are having a competition, per se, with 1B. And Ida's like, may I ask what it is, sir? And Nezu's, well, Tenya, Ida, we have a student here, that wants to transfer, and she's quite promising. Possibly better than some of you. So, anybody that will be... That's out of the 40 of you, anybody that scores last place will be downgraded to hero class, to the hero course. They're like, alright. So they do all the tests and whatnot, and Izuku's first, Bakugo is second, Todoroki's third, comes close in third, and coming very close in fourth is Natalie. Rose is fifth, and eventually, I'll say Hagakure is expelled. No, Hagakure is downgraded to business class, and Koda, no, not Koda, Aoyama is graded to, Aoyama's downgraded to 1B. So, this is like, that's all for today's class. You guys may go home. See you tomorrow. And so, they go home tomorrow. They go home, and Naomi stays close to Izuku. And when they are asking questions, Izuku's like, just says, oh, we're dating. I recommended her. And Hagakure comes up and is like, hey. Walks up to Naomi and says, so you're the reason why I got downgraded to the business course, huh? Izuku's like, yeah, also partially because of me, because I recommended her. And Hagakure's like, so you're the one who kicked me out of the hero course, huh? Damn it. And so, I'll get revenge one day. And so, Baku's like, so what's really happened, huh? And Izuku's like, she's my servant. And explains the truth to Bakugo. And then explains that he didn't tell his mom because he didn't want her to worry. And Bakugo's like, damn. So if you wanted to, you could do, like, literally anything to her. Yeah, I could hit her, do sexual acts to her, make her work, whatever. I won't. And Bakugo's like, damn, that's crazy. That's crazy, nerd. So the next day, right? Over the next few months, over the next few weeks, they get along, and they're about to, the day of when they go to, Izuku says, alright, class, today, at the end of class, Izuku walks in and says, alright, class, today we are, tomorrow, on Wednesday, it's Monday, no, not Monday, I'll say it's Tuesday, so on Thursday, class, we're going to the USJ, we need your parents to sign this. Aizawa also knows about Izuku's quirk. So he knows that, so, they're all like, Kamari's like, wait, Universal Studios Japan? And Aizawa's like, no, it's the unforeseen simulation joint. That's all for today, class. You can go home. Except for you, Izuku Midoriya. You need to come to the principal's office immediately. And Izuku, like, am I in trouble? And I was like, possibly. It depends. Because Hagakure isn't a smart person, so she could have just told the entire school that what she told the Nezu, but she didn't. She only told Nezu, so as they walk there, and Izuku says, "What did I do? What did I do, Sensei?" And as I was like, Hagakure, accused you of sexually assaulting her. Just like, what? I didn't do that. As I was like, we'll see about that. Detective Sukauchi is there due to the fact that you're an incredible student. We're here to see the truth. And so they get there, and there's someone knocks on the door, and Nezu says, come in. And so, Hagakure is there. And Izuka says, so this is your revenge, huh? Izuka's like, Hagakure's like, what revenge? And Izuka closes the door and just says, alright, Sukauchi, you can, if you could start asking questions now, that'd be great. I've got to go home before my mom starts worrying. Very well, Izuku Midoriya. Very well, Midoriya. So, did you sexually assault Hagakure in any way? No. That is the truth. Do you have any intentions of sexually assaulting her in any way? No, I don't. That is also the truth. Do you wish to hurt her in any way? Now, either before or now, due to the fact that she has accused you of this. Nezuko's like, no. I simply wish to get her expelled and make sure she doesn't get into any more hero courses. That's the truth. Sukauchi turns to Hagakure, who's like, that's not true, that's not true at all. She's panicking, and Sukauchi's like, my quirk is a lie detector, I can detect if you're lying or not. And so, Sukauchi's like, Detective Sukauchi's like, is it, Hagakure, why did you lie? And Hagakure just repeatedly says that she's not lying. And Izuku says, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it might be the case. I think I might know why she lied. And Sukauchi's like, why, huh? So then why is it, Nezu says? And Izuku says, it could be possibly because my actions ended up causing her to get kicked out of the hero course. So Detective Sukauchi said, is what Izuku said true? And Hagakure's like, no, not at all. Hagakure says, that's a lie. So that's why, huh? Nezu says, to Hagakure, for the act of lying, not only did you lie about getting sexually assaulted, but also to boost your own performance. Not only will you be expelled, however, if Izuku and his family so wishes, he has the right to sue you and your family. Izuku Midoriya, what will you do? Well, I want to punish Hagakure, but due to the law, I can't do that without hurting her parents. I want to take me to her parents. I wish to speak with them. Oh, and bring Sukauchi too. The problem isn't entirely Toru Hagakure here. It's her parents as well. I wish to see if it's simply Hagakure herself or her parents' involvement as well. Nezu says, very well then. So Nezu calls up Hagakure's parents, right? And so, Sukauchi activates his quirk, and her parents say that her mother says, I'm very disappointed in you, young girl. And her dad says, same. And so, Detective Sukauchi detects that her dad's lying. So, but he doesn't say anything, so he says, so Detective Sukauchi says, for safety purposes, I am going to place these quirk-canceling handcuffs on you. Once this interview is over, we will take them off. And so, Detective Sukauchi is like, so, what is your reasoning for, do you, what do you think of, so, Miss Hagakure, what do you think of your daughter making false sexual assault claims? Hagakure's mother's like, I find it extremely disgusting and vile. And I ask that you punish her accordingly. I did not raise her to be this kind of woman. That is the truth. Mr. Hagakure, what do you think of the situation of your daughter claiming to be sexually assaulted? He says the same thing as Mrs. Hagakure, and this time Tsukuchi says that is a lie. Why are you lying? Mr. Hagakure says I'm not lying, and eventually after they do more and more questioning, eventually they find out that Toru Hagakure and her father are both been, her father's been secretly, teaching her how to be selfish and how to get what she wants no matter the cost. And her mother was oblivious to this, so Izuku just says, charge the father, leave the mother alone. So the father is, Izuku sues the father for 10 million, no, not 10 million, 100, let's say 500,000 yen. The father's fined with 500,000 yen and has to give 1.5 million yen to Izuku for when he goes of age. Because I don't know if I'm correct. I'm just gonna put it 18 for Japan. I don't know if it's 18 or not. I'm just gonna put it that way because that's how it is here in the United States. So there's the money will be Izuku will gain the 1.5 million yen when he turns 18. And so, Hagakure is put into a rehab program, and her father is put into prison for 5 years. No, 5 years. And so, then the next day, all the students are allowed to go, and so they head to the USJ. And Aizawa says, "Alright, they walk into the bus, and they all start discussing stuff, and then they get to the Quirks, and Asui's like, Midoriya, Midoriya Natalie. They say Natalie's last name is Natalie what? Hold on. I'll just take it straight from, I'll just say her name is Natalie Wilson. Yeah. Straight from my family's last name. But there are a lot of families with that last name, so. So. Let's see how, Midoriya Wilson. What are your Quiz's quirks? Izuku only uses blades and stuff. So Izuku says, in his strength, Izuku says, I have 2 quirks. My first one allows me to produce bladed weapons, and my second one allows me, enhances my physical abilities. And so he's like, and Kaminari's like, whoa, you have a powerful quirk. You're just like a... Todoroki's like, so, you have 2 quirks, just like me. Huh. And Izuku's like, yeah. Fire and ice, right? And Todoroki flinches a bit and says, yeah. Izuku says, oh, I'm sorry, did I touch a touchy subject, personal subject? I didn't mean to. Todoroki's like, no, it's okay, you didn't know. And then stays silent. So, then Sui's like, Zero's like, no, not Zero. Kirishima's like, what is your quirk, Wilson? And Naruto's like, mine's vampire. If I don't drink enough blood, I'll go insane. Or anybody but the person I love the most will be attacked if I go insane. And so Mina's like, so, who do you love the most? And due to her being his servant, she's forced to act like his lover, so she says, Izu, easily. And so Mina's like, oh, we have a couple here. And then after a couple more hours of talking, Aizawa says, alright, brats, shut up. We're here. Now get out. No, get out. Now get out. So, yeah. Sorry about that. My voice sounded weird for a second there. So they all get out and they walk into the USJ. And that's when this video will end. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.